Hey everybody, my name is David Tate and welcome back to Now Let's Be Honest. I've got a little bit of a different video for y'all today and a little bit of a shorter video for y'all today than y'all are used for on this channel, so y'all might be grateful to me for that later on. But what I wanted to do today is I actually wanted to make a very important announcement in regards to this channel in particular that's going to affect the things that you see on this channel starting in January. And before I actually get to the announcement itself, what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually begin by explaining my reasoning behind the change that I'm going to make. And really the best place to start is probably with this channel in and of itself. Over the course of the last few months, you might have noticed that I've been posting a whole lot of videos. I think in this last week alone, I've posted 5 videos. I think I've posted 1 video for our Matthew series, 2 videos for my Sunday night discipleship group, 1 video for my Tuesday night Bible study, and 1 sermon that I preach on Wednesday night at my church. That's 5 videos just for this week. And there's other weeks where I've posted 6 videos and sometimes even 7 videos to where I've been posting a whole lot of videos on this YouTube channel to where as a result, this YouTube channel has gotten very congested. And the more I've thought about this, like at first that really didn't bother me that much because my whole thing with this whole YouTube thing is my goal has never been to just like make it big on YouTube, right? To me, if this channel explodes or whatever, that's got to be something God does. I have no desire to like wiggle my way to the top. That's never been a thing. So I've been very stubborn and resistant in regards to changing certain things on my YouTube channel because I really had to check my own heart, honestly. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't simply doing it for more views and for more likes and for more subscriptions, stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that wasn't my primary motive because to me, that seemed like that would be more self-serving. So if I made a change, I wanted to make sure it was not that. And so at first I resisted the idea of changing things up. But the more I've reflected on it, the more I've realized that there might be people who come to this channel and they might simply be looking for certain types of content and they might find the content they're looking for on this YouTube channel and they might subscribe and they might turn on the notification bell. But then as a result of me posting so many videos, they might be getting bombarded with so many notifications every single day that they throw their hands up in the air and just like flabbergasted and exhausted and frustrated. And they might decide to just not watch any videos at all because I'm drowning them in videos. And if that's the case, then I feel like I'm actually hurting my audience, right? Because I'm making this content, but I'm giving so much to them that it's too much for them to handle, right? And I don't want that to happen, right? I don't want people to drown under the weight of all this stuff. And so here is the announcement. Starting in January of 2024, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop posting certain videos and certain series on this YouTube channel. But if there are people on here who are like, no, I watch all those videos, that's okay. I've got good news for you because what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be starting a new YouTube channel, which is just going to be titled my name, David Tate, right? My name's David Tate. That's going to be what the channel is called. And that is the channel where I'm going to be posting a lot of my other content. And now your question is going to be, okay, well, what stuff is going to stay on this YouTube channel and what stuff is going to go to the other YouTube channel? Well, let me explain that for you. The stuff that's going to go on the other YouTube channel is the stuff that I did not explicitly make for YouTube, right? Whereas the stuff on this YouTube channel is going to be the stuff that I explicitly did make for YouTube, right? So if you're subscribed to me because of the stuff that I talk about in regards to The Chosen, don't you worry, that is the stuff that's going to stay on this YouTube channel right here. If you are subscribed to me because you like our Matthew series that we're going on right now and the same stuff that I've got on my podcast, don't you worry, we are going to have that same stuff on this YouTube channel right here. This is the YouTube channel. Now, let's be honest. This is the channel where you can expect me to keep my more polished stuff because it's the stuff that I'm editing more and I'm putting more thought into in regards to communicating to an internet audience, right? Whenever I talk about The Chosen, whenever I do my Matthew series and stuff like that, I say Matthew series because that's what we're currently going through in this YouTube channel. Whenever we do that stuff, I am creating that in order to communicate it to people on the internet, right? And so that stuff is going to be more polished. It's going to be a little higher quality. I'm going to try to keep those videos as short as possible just because I realize that people, they're not there for the long-term stuff, right? And so that stuff is going to stay on this YouTube channel, right? However, all the other stuff, the more informal, laid-back, long-form content, that is going to be pushed onto the David Tate YouTube channel that I've created now, right? And so this is going to be stuff like my Sunday night discipleship group where we're covering apologetics. That's going to go on that channel, right? My Tuesday night Bible study group where we're going through the book of 1 Kings. that is going to go onto that YouTube channel. My Wednesday night sermon series, where I'm currently wrapping up 2 Timothy, well, by the time we actually get to January, I won't be in 2 Timothy anymore. But whenever I preach on Sunday mornings or Wednesday night at my church, that's going to go on that YouTube channel, right? And so all the stuff you see on that YouTube channel is what I would like to consider more of like a behind the scenes look at my life, right? It's to where you get to see the stuff that I'm up to ministry wise outside of the things that I'm doing explicitly for an internet audience, right? And if I'm being entirely honest, the stuff that I'm doing over there is probably the stuff I'm more passionate about, because that's the stuff where I'm ministering to people who are flesh and blood people right in front of me, right? The unfortunate reality about this whole YouTube thing is that y'all might watch this video, but I don't know most of y'all, right? Which is sad because I really would like to know all of y'all, but I just don't, right? And so the stuff that I'm most passionate about is where I get the opportunity to serve the people in my immediate community, right? And so I devote more time to that stuff, and we have time to go more nuanced, and like we get to go into more in-depth places with that stuff, because whenever we do Bible study videos with them, it's like a 2-hour-long Bible study. Whereas I try to keep from doing 2-hour-long Bible studies just on this YouTube channel, mainly because for me, it's kind of boring to just look into a webcam for 2 hours, if I'm being entirely honest, right? And so the stuff over there is the stuff that's really my heartbeat, right? That is the stuff that I'm passionate about. That is what I feel like God has called me to do with my life. And so that is the stuff that I really devote my time to. And if that's the stuff that you're here for, by all means, that YouTube channel is the one for you, right? So I already have it all set up. You can go find it by clicking in the link in the description down below, or by going and just looking up David Tate, I guess, on YouTube. But you can go access that YouTube channel right now. And starting in January of 2024, a lot of my videos are going to be posted over there, right? And so if you're here for my Sunday night discipleship group where we're going through apologetics, or if you're wanting to go through the Old Testament books like I'm doing with my Bible study group on Tuesday nights, or if you want to hear my sermons that I'm preaching at my church, that would be the channel for you, right? However, if you're wanting more of the polished stuff and you're here for like the chosen content, well, by all means, this is the channel for you, right? Now, let's be honest, right? And so I'm really just trying to kind of separate those, really, because this is just my hope to serve y'all best, right? This whole YouTube thing, it's weird to me. And I've got a lot of friends who do stuff on YouTube, and they look into exactly how YouTube works and what the best way is to do all this stuff. I don't have time to look into all that, so I'm kind of just making this up as I go. And so if it feels like that's what I'm doing, that is what I'm doing, right? And so my whole goal behind this is that I want to find the best way to serve y'all, right? And if I'm bombarding you with so many notifications that you end up just giving up and not watching any of them, well, then that's defeated the purpose of me making those videos. And so what I want to do is I want this channel to be reserved for the stuff that I made for an internet audience. And if that's all you're here for, well, then by all means, here you go. Here's your stuff. But if you do want more, right? And if you are hungry for that longer form, more laid back content, well, then that other channel will be for you too. And I wanted to create that as an opportunity. I didn't want to just take it away, right? Because I think the things we're going through on that stuff is very valuable. And while it might not be immediately directed towards you, it is directed towards people that I know and love, and the people that I care for in my direct community. And so hopefully you'll be able to pick up stuff from that as well, right? And so that's kind of my mentality behind this whole thing. I hope y'all get that. And I really don't want to drag this video on longer than it needs to be. And so I think I'll probably just kind of stop there. But that being said, there's something I need you to do, right? If everything I'm saying here sounds interesting to you, I would really love if you would go to that YouTube channel. Once again, the link is in the description down below. If you could go to that YouTube channel and you could subscribe to the channel and maybe turn on the notification bell, that would be super duper helpful for me. Like I said, we still got a few more weeks. I'm going to kind of just like try to like slowly taper things out and start sending them to the other channel. But I'm really going to start posting stuff on that channel starting in January of 2024. I just didn't want to announce it so late that it was like, hey, starting tomorrow. I wanted there to be some time for this video to kind of just be out there so that you would know what was coming. And probably in the next few videos that you see in those particular series that are going to that channel, I'll probably have a little clip at the beginning of those videos saying, hey, just an FYI, starting in January, they're not going to be on this channel anymore. So I kind of want to just communicate that to y'all so y'all have time to think about it, decide whether or not you wanted to join me over there. And if not, that's okay, right? I'm not doing this in order to just like have, the same sized subscriber base on that channel. That's not my whole goal. My goal is to serve the people that I can. And so if you've been watching these videos and you just want all of it, by all means, go subscribe to other stuff. If that's not for you, that is okay. I do not mind. I will not cry about it. However, if you hear the things that I'm saying and you realize that the stuff I'm talking about over on that channel might be useful to somebody else, like maybe one of your friends or something, well, maybe share that with them, right? If you've got a friend who is really into more like longer form, laid back, informal content in regards to Bible study, by all means, give that to them, and but maybe they'll subscribe, right? Maybe that'll be interesting to them. And I do have a video, a much shorter video on that channel already. That's kind of just explaining everything I'm saying to you just in a very brief, like I think it's like 2.5 minute way, right? And so if you want to go check that out, by all means, go do that. I would really appreciate it. That would be super duper great. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I really wanted to say to y'all. I guess another thing I wanted to mention real quick before I wrap this up is that things are liable to change, right? I mean, I'm sure that as time passes, I might figure out a little bit more of what I want this channel to be and a little bit more of what I want that channel to be. That'll all iron itself out in time. I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, I'm just figuring this out as I go. But thank you so much for joining me on this whole journey, right? Whenever I first made a YouTube channel a while back, a few years ago, I didn't expect that like people would actually care what I have to say, honestly. And I know that my channel's not huge, and I really have no desires to make it or force it to be huge. But I really am humbled by the fact that y'all would even listen and care what I have to say. It really does mean a whole lot to me. I really just set out making videos to just make memories with friends, and then all of a sudden people started listening, and I think that's really cool. So really thank y'all. Like I do want to thank you for this whole thing, and thank you for joining me on the journey. I really enjoy talking about God with y'all and talking about our Savior and the glory that he deserves. So thank you for joining me on this journey. I look forward to continuing it on and seeing wherever it goes. Like I said, if that channel sounds good to you, go subscribe to it, share it with friends, because I would like to start building a community over there, so that we don't lose anybody, right? For the people who are watching that stuff on this channel, I don't want them to miss out and not get to see it on the other one. That's all I got to say. Thank y'all so much for watching this. My name is David Tate. This is Now Let's Be Honest. Be sure to keep a smile on your face. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Remember who you are. And of course, Maranatha.